everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be ranking all the palettes that I tried in 2021. I bought only 6 palettes in 2021. I didn't buy much, but there are few that I haven't tried more than once. So even though I have a smaller eyeshadow palettes to use, I still didn't try them enough. I'm going to be ranking them in today's video. I think I will start with the products that I haven't used. It's still in the box. I wanted to film a get ready with me using this, and I'm going to, or maybe not, because it's in my collection for a while and I still haven't used it. But it's the Natasha Denona, what's it called, gold palette. I went in last year with Natasha Denona. I was buying all of our palettes. This is what the palette looks like. It's such a beautiful palette. In my opinion, I love the shades of it. I love the matte and the shimmers. I feel like there is enough matte and there are enough shimmer shade in this palette to kind of make a look for me, but I still haven't used it. I don't know why. I want to use this as soon as possible. If I ever get the time, I'm super busy lately, but if I ever get the time, I will try to film a get ready with me and use it. And if I don't get the time, I'm just gonna be using it. Do that way, because I don't know when I'll be able to film a get ready with me. Not anytime soon, I don't think so. This is in the last place, mostly because I didn't try it, not because it's a bad product. I just didn't try it, so I don't know how I feel about it yet. Next is a product that I used once and I didn't like it as much, and it's also another Natasha Denona palette, and it's the Lila. This palette I was so excited to buy. It was also in my wish list for a very long time. There is no matte shades. There are four matte shades, and the rest are shimmers or more like satins. So it doesn't look as good on your eye. It doesn't look like you have a shimmer shade on your eyes. Like, this is the shade, what's it called? Let me find out. So this is Viola, I think, and it's not bad, but I just feel like I want shimmers more than this kind of like satin shade. I just don't feel like it's pretty enough, you know. I think Natasha Denona has good shimmer shades in her collection, and I think this is not as good. Like, if you have been wanting this and you love shimmer shades, I don't think you will like this, but maybe you do, I don't know. Like, this is the only shimmer shades, the classic shimmer shades in this palette, which is Cyclone. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. It also changes from orange to pink. I love those shades. You cannot see it, but like, can you see how different these two are? It's just like, this is good, this is useless. So that's why I think it is in like last place for the eyeshadow palettes that I tried this year or last year. It's just not as good. It's not as good as all her palettes. This is also very old. Like, I think it's one of the first eyeshadow palette that she came out with, and it's also discontinued, so it's not like you can buy it anymore, but maybe you can. I don't think it's worth it. I got it on sale, so I don't feel that bad about it, but I don't know. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't recommend it. If someone was asking me should I buy it, I would be like, no, you don't need to, because it's not as good. It's not as good. Another Natasha Denona palette I bought. Hopefully it didn't break. Oh my god, it didn't break. But I bought a lot of Natasha Denona palette last year. I really was like, I'm gonna buy all her palettes. But the Love palette also was in my wish list for a very long time, and then when I got it, I was like, I don't know why, I thought it would look different than the pictures. I don't know how to use this palette. I have to force myself to use this, and I just don't know why. It's not an ugly palette, but I feel kind of like uninspired when I use this palette. I don't think there's something missing. That's what I feel like. I feel like there's something missing. I feel like there isn't enough. I don't know. Something is missing from this palette, but I don't know what it is. Maybe someone that knows makeup better than I do will know. But this palette, I think, is also no longer available, I think. The matte shades work well, the shimmer shades work well. You have also creams. The Commitment, I think, is like a creamy matte that she kind of like does in her palette. And also Dream, I think. Yeah, these two are kind of like cream matte. I don't know. I'm disappointed by this because I wanted this for so long, and I think that is one of the reason why it's in a lower place, because I wanted it for a while and then I got it and I was like, oh, that's it. I don't know. I feel bad that I don't like it as much as I wanted to like it. I used it maybe once or twice, and every time I use it, I don't want to use it. I have to use it because I wanted to like kind of like try the shade and try the palette, but like it wasn't my first choice. I was being forced. Next is the Star palette from Natasha Denona again. I think I consider this in the same place, for example, the Sunset palette, where it's a very kind of like basic matte and shimmer shades that you can have in your collection. I don't think this is like unique or new. I think for me at the moment, I think this is the palette that I use maybe for like everyday looks, especially these two matte shades, this on this. I think they do like a beautiful look. The shimmer shades are nice. There's enough, like in my opinion, enough matte shades and shimmer shades in this palette. I've also only used it a few times, and every time I use it I was like, not bad, not bad. But I like the Sunset palette more because this is more cool tone. I am very into warm shades, and this is not very warm, so that is my favorite. But this is also not bad. I think it will be in my collection for a very long time because it just like it does what it needs to do, you know. It's reliable, you can depend on it. So yeah, I think this is better than the other two that I mentioned that I tried. This is also, I think, old, but I think you can buy this. I don't think this is discontinued. I think it's still available if you wanted to buy it. I'm just so bad at describing and also kind of like giving my reasons. If I don't like something, I don't like something. I sometimes don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. And the second place is the Mothership Divine Rose 2 palette, mostly because of how long I wanted this, and just like, I don't know, I still am shocked every time that I have this palette. So this is what it looks like. I did 3 looks 1 palette using this palette as well. I don't know when I posted this. Last year, I think. Yeah, last year I posted 3 looks 1 palette with this palette. And I think this palette is a beautiful palette. I love it. But I don't think this is worth the full price. Like whenever I'm going to buy a Pat McGrath palette again, I will buy it on sale. I don't think it's worth the price that it is. I don't think any palette is worth that price. Just like, why, you know? It's beautiful, I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful. Every time I use it, I love working with it. The mattes are good, the shimmer shades, I mean, this shade is horrible. I don't know what's the name of the shade, but let me see. Divine Dusk. It's such a bad shade. Like when you swatch it, it looks so different. Like it just looks so bad. Like this is from a Pat McGrath palette. That's so horrible. I love this palette. I love this palette. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm talking about it very badly, but I love this palette. I just think it's not worth the full price. Even the sale price, I think, should be lower. I don't think a palette should be that expensive. And for the first place, my favorite palette of all time, one of my favorite palettes of all time. My favorite palette of all time, one of them is the Sunrise palette. I know when you see this palette, you're gonna be like, yeah, it makes sense why you love this palette so much. But this is the Huda Beauty White palette. I got this last year. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it's very very beautiful. I wore this exact look so many times. Like especially last year, the last few videos of mine, I was wearing this palette and I was wearing exactly the same shades. So that should show you how much I love this. I love this palette. I adore this palette. I want to have this in my collection forever. I think it's Huda Beauty's best palette for me in my collection. The matte are better quality than they used to, because I have a few of her Obsession palettes. The matte are just like velvet. They're just so good. The shimmers are also like, I feel like, more pigmented, but I always see this for Huda Beauty where I just don't like her shimmer shades. I don't like how they are very hard to pick up. This shade that I have on my eyes at the moment, like, look at this. Wow, Huda Beauty, she never had like a shimmer shade look this good before. Like, if you show me a swatch, I'll be like, maybe no, it's from Huda Beauty palette. I love this palette. If you are into this kind of look, I recommend it 1000%. The matte, I think there is enough matte shade, enough shimmer shades, and I think it's very kind of like you can do different looks with this palette. I've used every shades in this palette. I did a look with the purple, and I added this shade, like the gold green shade, in my inner corner. The first time I used it, I used this shimmer shade, and today I'm using this. I use all of the matte shades. Also today I use this shade, and I think this matte shades in the outer corner. Best palette I tried last year. I love this so much. I love this so much. I love the packaging. I love how it looks like. It's really good. It's really, really good. Just amazed by how amazing this palette is. I am just happy that I have it in my collection, because when I saw the pictures of this palette when it first released, I knew this palette will be good. I knew that I would love this palette because this is the shades that I like. And when I bought it and I used it, I was like, yeah, this is good, this is good. And I hope she improves even more with her shimmer shade especially, but like the matte shades are good in this palette. They are just like so velvety. They feel like matte velvet. I'm just gonna stop talking about it because I'm repeating the same exact thing, but this is one of my favorite palettes of all time, and I'm so happy it is in my life. But that is it for today's video. That is it for the ranking of all of the palettes that I tried last year. I wonder what palette I'm gonna try this year. I mean, I have already bought a few palettes. Not a few, I think I bought only one. I only buy palettes on sale or when I get a discount code, and all of them here I got either a discount code or a sale. I'm not gonna buy something for a price. It's not worth it. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching me struggle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you hopefully in my next one. Bye.